what exactly does Netanyahu have on you, dude? Because I cannot imagine why anyone would ever think, let alone say, something that blatantly callous on a public forum, no less. Better yet, how much in kickbacks have you been getting from them this whole time you've been in power? Or hell, what sort of pact do you have with, like, an ancient pagan death idol that demands the souls of the innocent to keep you in power? Because at this point, I feel like that's fair game as an explanation. I don't usually talk about or record things that, like, political figures are saying, because I feel like it's more important for me to talk about problems and solutions and policy like I normally do. I feel like people want to know more than anything what you actually want to do or are going to do to help people, instead of just how much you disagree with and abhor the other person. But I just really wanted to bring up and talk a little bit about this recent Lindsey Graham interview regarding the situation in Gaza, because to me it really is just sickening, the blatant, open, utter disregard for human life and suffering. In the interview, which I will link under this video, he talks over and over again about how there should be no hesitation to just flatten Gaza and wage complete war against its civilian population and starve everyone there, and that it's fine. And he compares it to World War II, which is an absurd comparison to make, and it's just utterly insane to me. I mean, sort of going by the general public opinion, this isn't even politically advantageous to say. Why could you possibly be openly saying this with no hesitation, besides that either you totally believe it's okay to commit crimes against humanity against millions of people, or you have ulterior motives that are being either blackmailed or paid for by someone else? I mean, it's just horrific that someone would even make excuses for something like this, let alone, like, actively advocate for it to continue and accelerate. Sometimes I almost can't comprehend how it could even be possible that someone so truly evil, so rotten to the core, could possibly be representing me, my community, my state in the United States Senate. Right now, it's estimated that somewhere a little over 80% of the buildings, of the permanent structures in Gaza, are either significantly damaged or destroyed. And actively, there are almost 2 million people, almost entirely civilians, who are being subjected to mass starvation. Imagine what that would look like in your community. Imagine what that would look like here. You walk out the door and that's what you see. That's what you and your neighbors and friends are experiencing. And it's all done under this guise, under this excuse of, trying to fight and root out Hamas after the September 7th attacks. But if that's their real main objective, then they're not even doing a very good job of that, because there's, estimates have put the civilian casualty rate at a little over 80%, which, just to make the example easier, let's round down to 80. That would mean that there are 8 civilian casualties for every 2 inflicted on Hamas, the stated actual enemy and objective. There truly is no morally sound way to support or even excuse anything like that.